gonna take gift. On blue coin last time. And this is gift once again. And scared again. Scared again never leaves. So no NR and no skip. Winner of this match goes to Gwent Open number 2. So this is the best of 5 final. You need to win 3 games and you are in. Nik and Iluxa are competing sides here, both players so with the competence in competitive Gwent, participating in official and many community tournaments, although Iluxa mentioned that he doesn't really like the meme tournaments, so to say. But this is as official as competitive Gwent gets after CD Projekt left the game for the community to balance. So nice to see old competitive players coming back, and also the consistent ones like Nik performing on ladder to be here. Nik shows why warriors are kinda good. Finding double warlord from hand, not even requiring the blood eagle Vabjorn, although those things need to be found later. So, a pose here from Kukuruzina after seeing that both warlords, he is just sitting there aghast. How did he do that? Andy was never playing double warlord against me, and we are actually seeing Rebuke, which would have activated Freya's Blessing, but no such thing here. Kinda interesting that not the Caress, but Rebuke was the choice. And is it 3 and pass from Nik? Play your carryover. No, wants more warriors in the graveyard. Maybe also kinda curious after seeing the first Rebuke. But after the first Rebuke, the second one comes in and the gap is requiring you to commit to your tears and soul. So yeah, the pass has been pressed. Fourth is here, so you don't really want box in your hand with the Tempest, and yeah, that was, oh yeah, Fourth and Tempest are in hand, but you definitely can survive with Equinox break in round 2, but not with the Tempest bricked. At least you don't want seeing this. So what's the situation here? The Gutting Slash is dealing 6, Stunning Blow dealing 7, War of Glance charged in the graveyard, Leader Charge, but yeah, Stunning Blow is a card. So Saskia had no chance even after that, but if there was no access to it, maybe you'd force Vabjorn to be used suboptimally, so not the worst consideration to sacrifice a Leader Charge there. Okay, so is this another leader charge to save a unit? Yes, it is. But where there is one buff trait, there is another. 7 damage. And no Oquen. Survival rate of Oquens is pretty awkward. Today. But that's just the fate. Not like Tears are surviving for much longer. Yeah, there is the Eskel tier standoff already available. If we're talking about the second phase tier later on. This removal approach is nice at preventing the Tempest being developed. Iluxa, of course, wanted the symbiosis engines on the board. Probably a Caress or Fall if there is a target. Nah, this ain't it. So, do we see another uninteractive play? Probably. You have Hamadryad to drop. Not exciting. The council. Well, there are 2 elves. You already spent. You already spent your targeted tutoring. So I'm not entirely sure if that was not an attempt to get Philavandrel into the frogs. And we see the rope and the pass coinciding together. Beautiful. The poetry of Gwent. Let's go. Now the point differential is wide enough to, I don't know, consider, yeah, starting to play units on your side of the board. This, of course, leads to some openings for Tempests
Women, children,
and such. Probably not with 1 unit only. But kind of need to thin. And yeah, the play with the seamless allow the separation. Now you have 5 power Philavandrel, Gort, all the Naiads. You probably want to travel with Eskel into the next round, but you'd enjoy your opponent traveling there without so fuku combinations. 35, a bit less with the location. Do we see Tempest? I kind of feel we do. Do we see Tempest stacked on 1 row? Don't think there is a reason for that. As this might be the last hurrah from Iluxa. Maybe Circle. But then, yeah, you'd rather, like, buff the Phila. And Circle is sort of an interactive play, but doesn't really matter against P-Fury with 3, 4 Sirens available. You cannot go uninteractive anyway. Okay, so Nik understands the assignment, realizes that he's not really traveling into the next round with this tier. and takes the value, erasing the buff from Equinox. Now what is the Pathfinder doing? Still trades a bit up with any human played from hand, but Soph is an immune human, so cannot really reach there.
This'll be quick and painful.
And yeah, that's not amazing for fog value, but some points have been generated, especially with young Dryad sticking to the board. Tempest played for some. If somebody was looking at this at the moment, they were like, man, this control gift is so annoying, this doesn't allow warriors to stick anything to the board, but the reality is, of course, that it was a stunning blow into Champion's Charge, into Gutting Slash, and only then a couple of units were played. But from a bystander point of view, if they were distracted for a second, it would have been quite questionable. So do we see Wolf into the circle as well? Or is circle being kept for the next round? This is the last nature card as well. Ah, wait, no, sorry. We can also witness that. Or keep race for the next round. Something should stick. But at the same time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's so much damage still. So maybe it's better to play while you still have a board presence, but I only have Harald Court as a finisher. So here you need to get Soph out of your opponent and then compete with Bran Fuku.
Wind whistles, willows whip. Oh, let me sing you the song of my people.
Okay, so clear weather on Nick's side of the board. As it was, what, 6 damage from Tempest, but since it synergizes with Symbiosis, Young Dryad, and removes the bricks from your deck, it was the mood.
I'll gut you like fishes.
Is it half prevent allocation click? Looks like it. And close enough to get a hatch. So the big boys were pushed out, leader was pushed out, but you are down the card, and if those two are found, and chances are Gort is not enough. Of course, okay. Hear me out.
'Tis my tree. I was born.
The trade is being done, but that's just a warrior for warrior. Hear me out. The raid cards didn't actually over damage. It was 7 damage required to remove Okwen, it was 7 damage required to deal with the other cards. The Sasuke, I guess. Also, this Fukusia. It's a wrong beast. And there is no Fukusia, not a warrior, not futurable. So this is Circle.
Your skull will make a fine tanker.
We are getting guaranteed buff on Fila.
Courage to fight the bell carls, eh?
This requires a target, and Circle creates a target for the dead blow. So plays for 7. For 8 on Bran. Philavandrel at 7 with the frogs.
Sit at my table.
Okay,
and let's
so
drink.
Primal Savagery is being kept as a finisher, but well, the frogs are at 1 power. So overall, a point lost on this, and yeah, wasn't really any reason to do this unless you expected something different, but this is a 7-point play, and 7-point play is not getting you over the hump. To get one of the gangs the advantage, but the gangs are best when they are together. Gangs together strong, I suppose. So, who is in your opinion having an advantage here, blue or red coin? In the inter-gang war, both players are running Sausage Maker. Pulling the strings is pulling the 6 if possible.
Oh, we must sell them back on.
You can lower the Sausage Maker power maybe as well a little bit, but I doubt we'll have the import of sausage from one side of Syndicate into another. But it's up to Nik and Kukuruzina. If they want to exchange sausages, they can.
Fortunately, transformation robs them of speech.
Bapanada.
So for now, just bronzes. Although we've seen the junior light up for a second. Kinda seems a bit too early to start denying tags. So yeah, don't think so. The problem with poison in BGF is that they are clickable for the insanity if you don't have coins at the moment. That's not Nik's main priority. Steals the mutants maker, so invests into the production of hopefully not failed experiments for the Syndicate. Also, some of the soundtracks for the game, when you have the player board choice, is that round 1 is quite low and intrusive, and at times you think maybe something's off with the sound, but no, by round 3 Syndicate music should pick up. But then in Syndicate was playing from the beginning, so it's nice to have the variants, but at times it just feels a bit too low. So it feels like going first, at least for round control, obviously is a better choice, as you develop your ganks earlier and then you can just deny your opponent. Board present.
Out of the kettle.
At least we've seen, yeah, this multiple times in the last week's qualifiers. A very early end turn from Iluxa.
I fear it's a secret family recipe.
He decided to sacrifice like 10 seconds from this rope. So things might be brewing. This is where, yeah, you're probably not stealing Sausage Maker this early. You can put carryover poison on it. Is it good? You decide. Do you want to junior round 1 while still being billion points behind? Probably not. And then who even cares about... oh, my Sausage Maker didn't play for many points. It's good. It's been tried out.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
It's not the first time we're seeing it. Ah, we're rolling?
Could you say?
Yeah, we are rolling. Pulling the strings, and the spender is gone for Nick. No money to spend at the moment, but the spender is gone as well. The gap is reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4 categories, as those two are just here. They are just humans after all. Nothing we can ask from them. Would have been nice to have like a 5th tag to steal the Sausage Maker. Baker is at 7. So, of course, with the full bank, it's just the optimization. What do you want to do? Here, maybe Salamander is risky. Yeah, goes for the second vendor.
Man's got the wares,
Interesting.
if you've got the coin.
Yeah, having the damage Sausage Maker makes it a potential strings target. I played to 7 cards. I'm not sure if it was like conscious decision by Nick or it was Iluxa playing a higher tempo, so to say. But yeah, double vendor is gone. The KOB money is almost spent. Nick still with a couple of points here. And why am I mentioning the 7 is the Novigrad. At the same time, Nick doesn't have Novigrad at the moment. And Bank Mastermind stuck in deck for Kukuruzina. So definitely an awkward position to start the push.
We finish them, then I finish you.
But decides to establish a couple of gangs already with leaders 3, so pulling the strings is potentially aimed at the Sausage Maker already. Can you push efficiently to get good cards? This is a mirror after all, so unless you are threatening the 2-0, it's usually that you just lose the card and your opponent has
Slow, ain't ya?
better hand in round 3 and extra cards. And yeah, we see that Nick doesn't hesitate sacrificing Junior here.
Perhaps a different ingredient. An active one.
Now that you are down on points and getting a card back is not that realistic, to open Novigrad is definitely a consideration, and yeah, Kukuruzina goes for that. Blind Eye and Salamander. You probably don't have the freedom of playing the failed experiment here.
3, 2, 1, go!
Are you at freedom of spending? I guess Iluxa wants Blind Eyes to stick. Intimidate. +1 from the crime. Not sure if the line was ever to consider stealing it, but it's not even possible without the click on Novigrad as well. Of course, there is a junior to clean up a couple of tags. We know that the only poison possible is either from Sigi or Shady Vendor.
Well, we've not had enough.
So that happens. Iluxa doesn't click the Novigrad, probably
We ain't done yet.
not really justifiable at the moment. Here, just find 3 damage. There are a couple of cards, or at least one. The second part of BJF art. Oh, one of the, how many other, 3 or 4 together. Then we can just click the junior, deal with that, apply even more pressure. Of course, the pass is offered. They both played juniors. Iluxa goes into the next round with artifact, but he wants more.
Toss to the hogs.
He wants more. There are not enough ganks, so the click is what we see. Such a slow tempo without spending, without clicking Novigrad. So definitely feels like an awkward move. We also see that Nik wants that extra point from Little Bird, so commits 1 leader charge. We have Blind Eyes, Crown Splitters, Cut-Ups, Tight Cloaks, maybe Salamando coming from here. 1, 2, 3. Man, the double tags are so good. Imagine having 3 units and only having 3 tags. At that point, do you even try? So, all in on carryover, full bank, sausage maker, Novigrad. Now, yeah, Iluxa is definitely interested in seeing his cards. Nik's situation was a bit better, but stuff is still missing. Okay, bank and mastermind. At the same time, Nik finds Jacques. He needs something for pulling as well from Sigi.
I must act, no matter the price.
No matter price. So Nik ends up without Novigrad, without bank, both providing you with extra funds. What's Ferko doing? Pulling or poisoning? Okay. Failed experiment is there, so floating that does seem problematic. That's very deep. Jacques.
I shall save humankind from what my visions portend.
So, game 2 of the final, last round of this Syndicate mirror. And we still have 9 cards for bleed from hand to see. Bronze, 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 but at the same time, yeah. Bronze is what you see when the golds are partially out or golds are tutorable, so cannot really be complaining too much. At the same time, we do see that Iluxa's deck is free from any golds at the moment. Only bronzes will survive. Can't really deny the gank tags when you junior. There are still some possibilities for pulling the string yoinks, of course. Purify.
Bloody hate mages.
If it was Lerio at the moment with his deck from last weekend's qualies, that would have been quite a roll. When your Grandmaster leaves ya. But yeah, it was quite a roll. When your Grandmaster leaves ya, you'll probably give up on your organization. It definitely gets a good score on the ladder, and it gets banned on the tournament more often than not. But now they have 3 shots to get Iluxa onto the Gwent Open number 2. Community Gwent Open. Community Gwent Open. Guys, you are part of the community as well. So good. Round 1 hand is definitely one of hands in history of Gwent. Radovit is kind of good to have early before the raids, but man, look at them fights. Nik ended up without Fukusha in the previous game on the Warriors, but at the same time, look at the Warlord extravaganza. Every time 2 of them already in hand waiting. Do we see Radovit play opener? Kinda safe. There's also things like if you have leader charges, the sirens become food for revenants.
Checkmate.
And checkmate, says Kukuruzina, says Radovit.
Come on! Show us what you got!
So there is a lack of temple in hand. And that lack of temple is fixed. I guess one of the winches is traveling to the bottom of the deck. With zeal. But without mutant generator. This is kinda whatever against warriors. Hey, Filippa definitely wanted to be featured in this. Probably not militarily. Okay, so Filippo, Priscilla, Dandy. There was Veraxes, but what is there? There is, of course, like Demavent. But Priscilla is just better with the leader on Demavent. Makes it go faster. How would you rate the rolls here? Decent, but not broken. The 0 Gerhards. For example, Dandelion being not the most exciting card against warriors who play double Warlord. Although that's a threat overload still. You can even you can try to play it. It's 9p. Wow, tutorable, so good. So 15 power Demavent is most likely a Champion's Charge target, or like 17 power, or it goes through and will be sticking on the board. Cannot really deal with it too easily. Yeah, we also didn't see any Shanis from the temple. This is a devotion list, so Kirak Marines not bad targets. What is Natalis on oil and winch duty at the moment? And this is the deck. I didn't point it out immediately. Like having temple, having curse scroll is nice and all, but also having those bricks in hand is pretty positive outcome in round 1, as you can just put them at the bottom of the deck.
You beg for death.
So 6 tempo play and 0 tempo play put NR into this awkward position. Like your opponent just played a Warlord and Warlord alert, that's like 8 points of tempo, and they're still kinda comfortably ahead. But then just the peculiarities of this list. The clicks are happening, so Hubert Drake is thinning out pretty soon. There is still AA. You got your Demavent carryover from Temple. You played your Temple for the carryover. So Priscilla with 5 leader charges is doing things.
Reasons for the feeble of heart.
Well, we see why Swolbot Butcher is at time pretty decent, activating the War of Clans. And if something happens, like if your opponent's deck runs too much removal, then same can be done with the Warlord and Freya's Blessing. So it's been considered, it's been influential at times against the False City as well. Okay, so we do get a leader charge committed here. Any more leader charges? Yes, the Revenant is not really sticking. Because of this primal savagery. And with the bleed, Iluxa is still not ahead. Nik has still Brockwar. And I guess you can throw away King Bran if you are still successfully pushing. It's -2 leader charges just to stay relevant from Iluxa as well. So commitments are happening here. Do we see AA into the second Revenant into another leader charge? We do see the AA, but maybe no leader charge. Okay, maybe that was just a bit too much. Fair enough. So the Brockwar probably still goes 3, 2, 1. Doesn't get your hat. So you only play here if you feel like your opponent. Oh wait, you can also lead a charge, champion's charge. But that's not much. So you're only doing this expecting your opponent to have something great to play, because beyond this it will be slow and painful, or expensive and painful. So there is the Vabjorn, Cannibalism, Carabalista, Black Ryla, Engine Finishers on the books here. But then you kinda don't expect Warriors to have fully playable hands, so the awkwardness of the slot. Yeah, we do see Solve probably committed here now, right? Yeah, okay, so Nik feels like he is not allowed to let Iluxa out here. That's minus Solve. Vabjorn and First Echo in the graveyard, but also double Warlord Blade. And you have still Tyr, Kuku, card roll there, so you can control stuff. Even preserves. So Black Ryla, leader charge, Pink Self, Cannibalize is not denying Champion's charge, but Champion's charge is playing only for 5. How many points is that? 8, 7, 9, 8, 12. So Bran would be enough. Also, like, not after this rope in. Cannot do much after the rope. So is a big immune unit that you were not interacting with. Your opponent still needs to find the cards, and by the looks of it, this card holder is here. This ain't it. This is it if you're pushing with bad cards, but you also need to mulligan stuff to play good cards later on. We've seen Fuku missing from before. Okay, so you won. You definitely have a freedom of playing carryover. Rough arts combining with the bronzes. There is only one of them. This is the second amphibious, so echoes are on their last dying breath. You still need at least one leader charge for demo event and the second one for Priscilla later on. Can you blow your opponent out of the water with Rafat PFI? The answer is probably not. Like, nothing blocks Nik from playing more. But at the same time, like, just playing Ryla feels worse than doing this.
Tiny battles, hungry like a wolf I am.
Okay, one of the demo event targets accidentally come into hand. Okay, so tier is being tutored. And now things are getting messy. There is still one res. And that's +5. And you, if you're trying to get ahead once more, how do you properly achieve that?
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
The answer is you do not. Okay, so Frey's Blessing getting that extra value.
The stench of fear. I knows it well.
And now all the specials are also getting extra juice. We're gonna witness Siege Master's dominance in round 3, ain't we?
Come on! Show us what you got!
Okay, so that's probably a sign of, yeah, you'd need to play demo event if you weren't clear on that before. It's quite apparent now. Is it? I guess not. But, well, Nik also knows that you have your temple card in your hand, so... Okay, yeah. No reason to slow play. Make it more awkward. Although, do we really make it more awkward? For warriors here. You know their reach, you know that Champion's Charge is basically dealing the damage after counting all the warlords, and there is...
War's crux lies in winning, not in being persistent.
There is still leader, so yeah, the Siege Masters are out of equation. Poor dude, they just wanted to contribute. They mastered the art of siege, and then the demo event is like, I know better than you. You're gonna serve me food and hats. And that's as far as you reach on this battlefield. No ballistas foya, no secret operations like Black Rylas. There was still a like 5-point play available, so throwing the leader into the cauldron was probably not a choice. Anything you can achieve here? The cards were already cleared. You definitely don't want to give Random Judgment out. So just preparing for the next round, checking everything from Kukuruzina's side. And what can Nik find on his top decks? Oh, look, Fuku, you were missed in one of the previous games and now you decide to come. Damage, Fuku, leader, finisher, 4 points. Filippo cannot really do anything about that. And both of those are overjuiced, so no 3-point finisher is what's happening here. Although, yeah, there is a Random Judgment jumping out as well. So a couple of extra points, but you're not putting anything extra on board, so definitely will be a lack of Filippo's Yuri targets. Found everything, but not smooth sailing in round 1 is Iluxa's downfall here. And as they name it, this leader skin Bran Al-Kash can and are. That's already a hand improvement. Siege Master, you probably don't want to just erase them with Demo Event, you probably want those draws, although by the end of the game Iluxa seen all his cards. It was that the order of those cards was incorrect. Now that you don't have Curse Scroll and Temple, there goes the Huberto straight into the hand. Maybe things will improve after Siege Master pulls. I was already, okay, the state of caster's mind. I was already fucking checking for the presence of Warlords in Nik's hand. This is how trained you become after watching Syndicate players. I was already, no warriors, no warlords. Oh wait, dogs, double servant, maybe double something is good, but no. No. Yep. So you might be scrolling through the deck and checking and then checking some more. And to the duel I challenge ya is missing. So yeah, there goes Thursday Dame. You can ping her down. There is boiling oil. There is a Siege Master. Also, what is this pool? Not really ideal. Second boiling oil helps dealing with the Thursday Dame. But first you need a machine, and there is a lock. And yeah, this version doesn't run Redanian Secret Service as well. Is it actually justified to curse knight the fucking ballista so that there is no lock to be carried over? If we are micromanaging the game. Like, yeah, Radovid goes. But where Radovid goes, locks follow. But considering there is another one. Okay, instead of locks following, we got the dogs following. Yeah, that was definitely calculated wordplay in the making. Don't mind me. Oh, I guess this play lost all its relevance. And instead we are back at Kill the Thirsty Dame plan. Ah, poor Roberto.
Apologies, I only served it.
Seeing all those pings he could have adsorbed, so to say, in the deck, not the ballista pings, but all the order clicks, and here he is in his original state, still trying to be useful. Okay, so I guess when the temple is not coming to ya, you go to pray
Not in being persistent.
temple and a couple of bronzes. We've seen the Siege Master being floated, so yeah, allows you to also talk. Queen Myth as a leader target is pretty good. Gerhard was missed last game, and Defender I don't think is too relevant, although there is even the Curse Knight, so maybe. But yeah, Defender instead. Okay, so Twin Myth was taken. One day this Thursday, gonna, what's the word, quelch her thirst, but not yet. No, the word is something different, but don't mind me. Not certified English caster. Okay, so it was Gwent, actually certified English speaker, but back to Gwent. Back to Gwent. Probably no reason not to play. We see Demavent being transformed. Maybe removing things like, although you need the aristocrats and agents and all that for Arcane. Also got Arcane out with the Fergus.
My favorite quarry? Why, fugitives, of course.
Now would have been nice to transform something, but yeah, the coup on Demavent, I guess, was still a consideration with all the cards available. And could have helped with a little bit of thinning. Do we see Iluxa stopping here? Probably not. Yeah, doesn't even get ahead. It says that if you wish, you can have it.
It pleases you? I'm delighted to hear it.
I'm not committing much. So Huberto traveled back into the deck, but no orders have been clicked yet. Revenant 10-point play, 37, 36. You still need 21-point play, so that's costs you Gerhardo. And without Gerhard Temple carryover, you'll have to rely on Defender and Rafart. We are also out of Demavent on the north side of the board. Okay, so Vinch is probably not helping, yeah. And yeah, it would have been awkward to just burn the leadership. So the temple target, the demo event, all those things are gone. Nik committed Archpain into this round, and also Ripper's out. The nasty thing about the Thirsty Dame is that she kinda profits and costs you a leader charge. Effing Thirsty Dame. Achieving greatness ever since release for your opponent, actually playing the statuses that you did not contribute. Go home, Hubert, you're drunk. Okay, so Masquerade Ball, Roderick most likely is yeah, guaranteed between two cards. No access to a fart makes your ability to push weirder. So what is the push looking like? PFI, drop AA. Okay, goes into the Revenant without burning charges, gets locked. Unlucky. How many charges are required? 1, like 2. That's assuming that you go for Defender, but yeah, I don't know. AA burnt on the Revenant traits with the lock. And now if you are playing PFI, why not just burn one of the leader charges? I'm not certain.
Enough! Let us finish this.
Down with tyranny. Yes, that's the right shout.
A couple of soldiers. That leads to nothing. That's Joachim without getting ahead. How is Anar, by the way, with imposter copying the defender status? You have Karo, Black Ryla to break the shield. It's just that between Boiling Oil, potential Radovich, there is still some damage to do. Also, yeah, the PFI into Revenant into Leader and consuming at least one of them kind of would have helped with Huberto a little bit.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
I shall flog them into submission.
We've seen the pikemen. Roderick is, of course, still unchanged. The card sequencing or the card order in the deck doesn't matter for him.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
So no last save for Iluxa. Do you trade the Boiling Oil? Boiling Oil clears Masquerade Ball Thursday Day more often than not, unless your opponent starts with the Pikeman. You have to play a unit. Or like, okay, Pikeman, you can just kill Pikeman instead. Is there anything? Yeah. Suppose it's not that great. So actually forcing Roderick, which means an aristocrat or masquerade ball, out of your opponent. Okay, so Roderick goes. The consistency is a little bit gone, but what, Rompali was there, right? So no damage done. Cute move from Nik with the Blitz. Needs a target, but there are like 3 of them. This is definitely one of the targets. Not a fart, but in a short round you won't have bronzes anyway. But I'm not sure how Iluxa wins this. Not enough turns to get advantage from Black Ryla. Queen Meath cannot lead with that because of the imposter. Or at least that doesn't really play for great points. Even if imposter would have saved. Oh look, the Boiling Oil gone. I guess I'll just float Rampapapa, Rampapapa. So sit and listen, let me tell you a story of devotion and art. It was a deck banned 3 out of 4 games for Iluxa, or 4 out of 5 games. No, 3 or 4? Yeah, probably 3 out of 5 games it was banned. But now it's kinda struggling, ain't it?
Oh dear. Have I something in my teeth?
Oh dear. Well, the counter is 3. The float actually works.
Enough chit-chat.
As in... Well, the leader has not been used yet. It's a shame you cannot motivate Ryla to do the double pings.
It is how I punish those who irritate me.
Those are some points. But at the same time, those are some points. and your opponent has some hidden points. Your finisher is a 7 plus. Not this. Not this.
Valyria and Rivia! For the north!
No. Oh, no. NR, why are you always picking battles with Nilfgaard? What's your reason for this? A powerful for finisher for Nilfgaard, but it doesn't matter.
A taste of Nordling, is it?
A taste of Nordling. What a finishing line for this. But the ticket number 3 for Gwent Open number 2. Only one player gets this. There will be another ticket available. Attempt to get the ticket after you lose this final, but winner gets there straight. So let's see. Preferred coin for the NR. Finds one of Siege Masters. Finds Temple from hand. So opener is sorted. A little bit of control, never hurt anyone. You keep rather with judgment to send it back. Not even sure, like, you need to mulligan something, I suppose, but you could also keep both bricks. There was no temple available at the time, but you are always picking it up with Curse Scroll. Opener. Opener. Okay, so that was Iluxa's side of the board for Nik. We see double mutant maker, no BGFs available. Has some control as well. Poison combo, one pull in the string. Misses double vendor, double BGF. Yeah, we start with the temple here. I think there was Selkirk, which is a reasonable pickup. Priscilla, Queen Meath. Libioda should be consideration at time. So yeah, Selkirk, Priscilla, Queen Meath. Nice choices. Boiling Oil is decent, but your opponent has the second one. Although that's 2 Firesworn Salamander attacks a gun. Do you even care this early? Should be picking up Demo Event from the temple.
Thanks for continuing to keep Gwent alive, man.
And thanks for the donation. I missed who did it come from, but much appreciated. We'll cover that after the game, so between the games. But much love. Thank you for the support. Okay, so for now, Selkirk is getting picked, and we also see Demo Event come in. Man, Nikki with 40 USDs. Okay, yeah, so thank you for the generous donation. Been a pleasure to be part of this team running the competitive Gwent in 2024. Of course, much of it should be deflected towards Metal for organizing, because yeah, casting is nice, but there wouldn't be anything to cast without him. Okay, so now back to the games. Novigrad committed round 1 means that Nik is probably not passing after 3 cards. Probably gonna see a little bit more from him this round. What was the third card? Little Bird. So yeah, Little Bird is a perfect... I'm not sure at what temperature you're boiling Little Birds, but boiling oil is probably hot enough to do that, whatever the temperature is. Man, Syndicate music needs to be more active in round 1, especially when you're solo casting. Okay, so I think the tags are not sticking onto this board, although there is a Junior clearing the Black Rider, so the round definitely continues.
Can use it. Not sure for what just yet, but
That's 2 tags on the board, 4, and then threat of stealing Ballista is real. This is leader charges. I must admit I never seen Radovid stolen before, but that definitely works. Right. Somebody has the proof video of it, probably somewhere in Gwent community. Okay, so Huberto is not breakable anymore. Second break, Radovid Judgment was put at the bottom of the deck, so that's nice as well.
Robs them of speech.
Spending is kind of wonky on the Sea Jackal. Of course, Nik doesn't know that Selkirk was picked up. So one line of avoiding getting Selkirk is to buff the Jackal into Oblivion. And that might be like a surprise ooh later on. But most likely will be capable of splitting his spending. So that's 4 tags on the board. Danger. You do have double Kirak Marine to play around that though, so don't see any reason not to play AA this round.
Scrub this, scrub that, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of these chores.
No points. There are still coins, there is a click, so no one is forcing anyone to go out. There are money for this. This is a blind eye. Wow, look. This is a tribute. But KOB is still full. Okay. Oh, weird pause. The game didn't load up value. And Huberto goes from Oxenford to Novigrad, right? Oh wait. No, that was not it. Don't mind me. This is not Vincent. Mixed up my inner vampires. Nobody says that Oxenford requires rejuvenation. It's all about Novigrad. So things are kind of getting spicy. as in the hand quality for Iluxa. It's getting better and better. You'd want to keep Rafat's Vengeance. Man, what's with the rope in this situation? This didn't seem intentional. We're probably gonna end up with Selkirk smashing the Jackal and the one power unit getting erased. That definitely, certainly looked like a leader charge, Revenant kill apothecary line. It still provides the Revenant, although you can leader charge the second one. Instead takes a pass. Feels... Not sure if you feel confident when you are losing on event, but feels like he needs to keep all the parts intact. That definitely felt awkward. Probably could have been mitigated by Rafat into that Revenant leader kill. At the same time, you can just defend the push. With a hand like this, the problem arises when you are pushed too deep into the round. Like this is not looking like a short round winning hand. If you have to play everything, if you have something saved. You should be happy because well, Nik is pushing with Sigi with Bank into something meaningful most likely. If that's a full 2-0 attempt, of course. There are possibilities that this is just a failed experiment. Poisons, sausage maker. We are done with this round. Thank you for your attention. Let's take Sigi, leader charge, Jacques into the next one. Poison. Doesn't really put you far ahead. You are losing Novigrad support in round 3. Syndicate losing Novigrad support doesn't feel too great, considering your entire expansion, entire faction is kinda located on the premises of the city. Most of it.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
So next to like this and the next move are quite alright. For Iluxa becomes harder later, but I guess if you are AAing for a bad card, you are still fine, so the next 2 turns still are quite easy. To resist the bleed. We do see Natalis doing something in here, also denying the carryover propositions from the sausage maker. He just wanted some decent investments
beast.
KOB always just floating on the top deck. This is a situation when you're playing and triggering a Kerontia, KOB is just on top. Coach, me, pick me.
Clever's boys been caught wearing fake jewellery, have they?
Is it a fast move from Iluxa? Or do we consider stopping the bleed? Probably travels into the next round with Demavent, into Priscilla, into a leader charge, into a Demavent, into Queen Meave. If he plays Winch and Selkirk. Selkirk, especially with this kind of situation. Maybe not.
These dogs have no honor.
But okay, decides to commit that before the winch. To deny the tag, of course, as well. Making Little Bird, making Mastermind, and having no spender. Besides the Little Bird at the moment. More awkward. Could have killed Little Bird, but there is another blind eye. Jumping out any moment.
Time to settle things.
Is there anything for Furco? Well, you just not pick collusion, I guess it works.
I call this one the tickler.
So this is why I liked the winch before. This was not in the books yet. And now you have to demo event and then feels much worse. You are still comfortable. Like if your opponent plays Jog before. Then you are at the decision point. They still finish your Selkirk off with the poison combo.
The key is not to lose one's head.
So, Demament. So Winch gets him ahead, next turn gets to click, so this allows Nik to travel into the next round with KOB Jacques. Thanks for the raid, Lemon, hope your games were fun. And you enjoyed and can rest now. Thanks for casting, and also hello Kerpetan. A new duo of casters, so yeah, Nik is keeping Jacques KOB. What else is there? Shady Vendors. Quite reasonable. Redovit is at the bottom, so that's between those two unless it glitched. But yeah, this should be the two cards. Revenant was picked up. So, with 5 cards in deck, yeah, we see that Nik is on Jacques, double Shady Vendor, there are money in the bank for them as well. We won't see Collusion Plate, at the same time Iluxa's
I pass on every 10th round.
So yeah, Radovid is potentially the next card after the mulligans, right? 2 mulligans were taken. Ahaha, this doesn't look like enough points for NR, but there are hidden points in this Radovid judgment still. There are units coming from PFI.
I must act, no matter the price.
Kilby still sticking to the deck. Jacques not really dying here by any means. 1, 2, yeah, there isn't really anything to do. You need to move for the counter. You have this is also kind of awkward. As in, you cannot zeal the Cadvini Revenant on the last turn because of Radovid Judgment. So you'll have to zeal something, use your leader charge, but PFI is the finisher. Okay, yeah, this also works with offensive. I was thinking about consuming the infantries, but true, the token is here. Damage 5 also sets up this beautifully, but Shady Vendor. Yeah, okay, this is... Those are points, but there are 8 coins and a couple of tribute rolls also.
How about this one? Who do I spy?
Ah, okay, sure.
Well, that is rather generous. I thank you.
I think, yeah. Yeah, the extra category.
Can't take it anymore.
Whoop. That's 12 points, but there is Radovid. And still coins on the Shady Vendor.
Could very well be the deal of a
And another
lifetime.
pull in the strings. Okay, close, but triple defeated this Devotion and R is. Congrats to Nik. Making it to Gwent Open number 2. So wins with Imposter Ball, Gangs of Syndicate and Devotion Warriors. Iluxa was in a great position, but Devotion and R turned out to be a bait here. Still, questions